And welcome to the show if you're just waking up and tuning in. It's Ali Vowles here. Really pleasure to have your company this morning. Now, how about this? Are you heading towards the coast? Hearing the waves and the gulls? Now, I'm not playing this just because it's a lovely place to be on the bank holiday. It's time now to talk the dark and dirty deeds of pirates and buccaneers, and who better to do that than with one-legged Bristolian innkeeper Long John Silver, who's leading a story walk around the city today, although how fast he can go on his wooden leg is anyone's guess. Good morning to you, Long John. How are you?
Good morning, Ali. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine. Why do I want to mimic your voice back? Long John, where are you going to take us if we go on your walk?
Well, we be starting the Treasure Island story walk. We be starting by the Merchant Venturers Arms Houses. That's on the end of King Street and Prince Street. And then we sneak down the old cobbled roads of the old city, down by the Landogger Trow, Welshback, the hole-in-the-wall Red Cliff Caves, round by the Ostrich, and then closer to where the M Shed is now on the docks.
Well, it's a proper job then. Good old walk, isn't it?
About an hour.
About an hour, oh yes. I don't think you'll be too pleased, Long John, that the West Country accent has been voted the worst and least sexiest in the country in a poll today. What do you think of that?
Well, whoever voted for that obviously never met me.
Now, listen, it is a very good impression, Long John, but you are really actor Gerard Cooke. Morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, yes.
Good morning, everybody.
That's so refined, so refined. Tell us a little bit about the Long John Silver connections with Bristol.
Yes, well, the chap who wrote Treasure Island, Robert Louis Stevenson, he was very much inspired by old Bristol. And as you know, I mean, Bristol was very different 250 years ago. The quay went all the way across to, well, where St Mary on the Quay Church is now and slightly beyond, where the fountains are now, was open water with tall sailing ships and that sort of thing. So he was very much inspired by this city. And there are some of the buildings that were then there are still standing, like the Landogger Trow, the Hole-in-the-Wall pub. And all of these places are very much an inspiration for Robert Louis Stevenson. And he sets early parts of the book in the city. It's where the Hispaniola, the ship, the schooner, set sails from to go to Treasure Island.
And in parts of the city, you really do get the sense of the old city, don't you? It is easy to see why he was inspired.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
And how much background work do you have to do when you do these walks? How much research do you have to do?
Well, the huge amount of research that has been done by our creative producer, that's Sheila Hannon, and she's collaborated with the Long John Silver Trust. So the Long John Silver Trust, they've set up this trail of their big barrels. There's 8 of them dotted around the docks on the route that I've talked about,
yeah. And
they've been set up. They're actually planters as well. They're really well kept, sort of green living street pieces, really. So they set up the trail, and Sheila, a Show of Strength Theatre company, has collaborated with them in order to retell the story of Treasure Island point to point as we go around the city. So she's the one who's really done the research. In terms of the book itself, its connection with the different areas of the city, and also bringing out parts of the book that aren't necessarily explained. For example, Long John Silver's nickname is Barbecue, which is interesting. This week, this is National Barbecue Week as well. And, you know, she was struck by the fact that that's quite a 1960s word, almost, you might think of it. And what does it mean? Well, it turns out that barbecue was pirate lingo for human meat. And what a person's reduced to when they're left starving and marooned on an island, they're referred to as barbecue.
Hey, tell you what, I don't think the marketeers for all the barbecue products would like that definition, would they?
No, they won't be tweeting that for National Barbecue.
No, they won't, that's for sure. Listen, if people are interested, it's going on for quite a few days in a row, isn't it?
That's right. So it's on throughout the half-term holiday. So it's from Saturday 27th, so that's today, and it's running until Sunday the 4th of June. It's twice a day along those 9 days. It's at 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. daily.
And where's the meet point?
So the meet point, as Long John was telling you, it's the Merchant Venturers Almshouses. That's on the junction of King Street and Prince Street. So if you know King Street, where the Bristol Old Vic is, it's the opposite end of King Street to the Landogger Trout. So it's sort of the bit where you can just see the centre from that spot.
Absolutely. All right. Well, listen, give us an ooh-ah to say goodbye.
Ooh-ah.
Sounding really good. Thank you very much indeed for telling us about that. That sounds like a really fun thing to do with your children, particularly if you want to hear an hour's worth of Long John Silver and all his tales, dastardly tales of Bristol. 26 minutes past 7 o'clock.